Okay, so I'm going to be showing you guys the first part of how we make applesauce, if anyone is curious. We went and picked these apples. They're pretty little, but we picked them from a friend's tree just a few minutes down the road from us, so they are local, organic, pesticide-free, all that kind of stuff. I am really rinsing them more for like dirt and bugs, and then we're making sure to take off the leaves and the stems just because that part will muck up our applesauce machine. So first off, when you get apples, you are going to want to wash them in the sink. So once you have washed and de-stemmed your apples, there might be a few that you need to like cut bad spots off of. That's totally normal. If you have natural apples, they're gonna have bad spots on them. Then you want to go ahead and put them in a really big pot with about that much water in the bottom of it, and I already have some cooking in here. Basically all you're wanting to do is cook the apples. You're not wanting them to stick, which is why we have the water, but you don't want too much water or else you'll just turn it into apple soup, and then it'll be really hard to like get it right back, like get it back to the consistency that you need for applesauce. So as you can see, the juice is a lovely pink color. That's from the apples themselves, like the skin, and they're starting to fall apart a little bit. They're getting pretty soft. I would say these are almost done. Now I put only this much water in the bottom before I put the apples in. And then with the apples, the water level has then risen. So basically you're just wanting all your apples to be nicely, you need to be able to stir it, but it shouldn't be too thick, so it should be kind of difficult, and then using a slotted spoon makes it easier to stir it around. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and spoon some of these apples out and put them in a bowl over here to the side so that we can reuse our water for our next bowl of apples. So with the slotted spoon, actually, I'm going to scoop this over. This is my third pot of apples. So yeah, I'm just going to spoon that out. The apples should be squishable, like basically applesauce already, but they still have their seeds and stuff in them, which is what we're going to use the machine for. But yeah, spoon all the apples out and then go ahead and put the new apples in, being careful when you do put them in that you do not, don't splash yourself because the water will be quite hot. So as you are reusing your water, just watch because eventually the water itself, you can see it's become thick. Like it doesn't all strain through my spoon. It's not water anymore, basically. This is partly due to the sugars that are in apple, also the pectin, which is like a natural, well, it's like jellying. It's what makes like apple jelly be jelly-like. So this is probably the last time that I can use this water, and if I want to do more apples, I'm done for tonight, but if you want to do more apples, I would need fresh water for it. So I'm just going to let these cook. I normally cook it pretty much on high, and then I just let it cook until they're mushy, and then I will put them into the bowls and let them cool down because we are saucing at some other point in time. So remember to try to compost the leftover food scraps, including the stems and leaves like I have here. We have actual compost bins. I've seen other people do it in just giant piles, but basically you just dump it in and you let Mother Nature do her work. Thank you for watching my applesauce tutorial. If you guys enjoyed it, please let the Food Network know. I've been thinking about making my own cooking show and lifestyle blog. I don't know. Have a great day, guys. Bye. Okay, part 2 of making applesauce. We have our applesauce making machine. You can get these at places like Lee Valley or like cooking stores. They're fairly simple. Basically, you have a funnel at the top that goes down into like a squisher grate thing here, and there's like a screw inside. The applesauce comes out here, and then the cores and seeds will come out, and skins will come out here. I have our cooked apples from yesterday. You can do it immediately after you've cooked the apples. That's totally fine. We just waited because we had our birthday party tonight. Then we have something to ladle the apples with. It's best if it has a handle because then you can just hook it on the side of the bowl as you are turning. So you just ladle the apples into the top here, push them down with the plunger, and then you spin the handle to make the screw push the apples through the grate, and it will make applesauce.
But it seems like it's working. The sound effects are probably the best part of this.
Oh yeah. If you push too hard, too fast, it'll squirt right up into your eyeball.
Oh,
And then
yeah. I have been noticing that I can get some bubbles shooting back here, but it is cool.
Okay, so we've done our bowl of apples. It was really quick, probably like 5 minutes at most. So that's the applesauce that we have, those 2 bins, and then we're gonna put we call them the guts of the apples. We're gonna put those back through a couple times because then we get all of the applesauce available. We get that out. Okay, so we put our cores and skins back through the applesauce maker probably about 3 times until they were quite powdery, to be honest. That way we got all of the applesauce out of the apples. So over here we have our applesauce mixture. We mixed everything in together so it's quite thick, very creamy, all on its own. The pink color is naturally from the apple skins, and we are going to eventually be putting it into glass jars. We prefer to freeze ours, although you can technically can it. We just like ours frozen. Well, thank you for following along, and if you guys have any other things that you want me to show you how we make from scratch, just let me know, and I will do my best to do it on a weekend when I'm not working 50 hours a week. Anyway, see you guys, bye!